Well, another performer who had been on the rise like yourself after denying the NWO in 1997 was your old pal DDP. He had a match with Benoit in February, and you interfered with a DDT on Benoit, which cost Page the match and the win, and kicked off this rivalry. It's my understanding that Page was really instrumental in helping you create the Raven character. Can you tell us about that?
No, he was not instrumental.
He tells us he is.
No, this is what Paige said. Paige said, I'm a great chicken shit heel. And he goes, no one's buying chicken shit heels. You're going to have to be a tough guy. So I don't want to be a tough guy. Everybody's a tough guy. I'm a tough guy. I would be a tough guy in my real life, but not in the wrestling business. There's too many tough guys there. So but Paige's like, no, you got to be one. So I'm like, all right. So he goes, you ought to go in that alternative direction like the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And that's what he said, like them in Point Break. That's what he said. And then I created Raven. So you tell me how much credit he deserves.
Maybe not as much as he'd have us believe, but but no, it's awesome suggestion.
But I was saying, the suggestion led me in the right direction. So I'll give him all the credit for that. I mean, that's like a finder's fee, 10%, 15%. But he didn't do any of the creation of the character, Although he did do some editing on the promos. Like I would call him up with the promos and he would be like, no, that's not it, until I found it. And then once I found the character, then it was all me.
So
but I came up with the name, the catchphrase, the clothing, the outfit, the whole style, the look,
Was Paige in contact with you while you were doing the Raven character while in ECW?
Well, me and Paige always stayed in contact, we're good friends. We're very close friends. That we don't see each other all the time, but when we do, it's like we just saw each other yesterday.
I love Paige. Very
Paige is amazing.
Affable, energetic guy. Certainly somebody.
Yeah, I can't believe how much energy the man has.
Incredible at his age. My goodness.
We used to tease him for being older than us, because he was older than everybody. And in our group, in our social group, and our wrestling age group, and we used to make fun of him, and he hated it. Oh, it drove him nuts. And then now, then 10 years, look, 15, 20 years later, he's like, I'm 75 years old and I'm going strong. And I'm like, yeah, holy shit. I don't know how old he is. He's probably like 63 or 4, maybe.
I want to say he's like 65 or something. I know he's only like a year or two younger than Jake.
Yeah, but but it's so funny how he went from hating being old to being just like, this is what you can do when you get old, if you do the right things and eat healthy and train healthy.
Man, he's living proof.
Yeah, no, he really is. I take nothing away from him. I give him all the praise in the world. Now, and he's helped me a couple times in my career. He got me my audition for Scotty Flamingo. Well, they changed me to Scotty Flamingo, but when I came in WCW, Paige got me an audition. And they weren't looking to hire me because I had heat from the Florida Championship Wrestling. That's a recurring theme in my career, heat from the previous place. But so he got me a tryout, which led, not audition, a tryout. Got me a tryout with WCW, and then of course my work carried the day, and I got the job. But if it wouldn't been for Paige, helping me get the audition, the tryout, I wouldn't have got the tryout. Yeah, and so nobody would have got to see how my talents had improved in Portland while I was gone. After I left Florida Championship Wrestling.